Hello and welcome to LeadMaster. By purchasing LeadMaster CRM, you now have the most powerful and easy to customize web-based CRM software at your fingertips. But before you can use its awesome potential, you need to add some new records to the CRM itself. There are a number of ways you can do this, but to get started, all we need to do is click the Add New Leads button at the top of the LeadMaster page. From the Add New Leads page, we have a number of options. Whether it be adding a new record from the inbuilt input system, or importing records from a .csv file, this video is going to teach you how to do both. But to start off with, let's add a new record using the inbuilt system. All we need to do is click Add New Record. Once we are at the Add New Record page, filling in the new contact's details is easy. It's just as though you were filling in a web form on any other internet page. Let's say we're creating a new profile for someone called Jane Smith. All we need to do is add her first name, last name, company name, company address, suburb, state and postcode if you have it, company's web address, her phone number, and last but not least, her email. All the fields within the contact information are completely customizable to whatever your business needs. Once we've put Jane's contact information into the Add New Record page, we can scroll down and add some summary details about the new record, whether it be the new current lead status from the drop-down box, perhaps the lead source. We can also assign it to a new campaign, and we can also add a forecast date to say when we think the opportunity is going to come to fruition. Furthermore, we can select a custom form to help our sales reps who will be dealing directly with the new lead. Additionally, we can then assign the new record to a sales manager or sales rep using the drop-down box and simply selecting the name. We can then check the box to send that sales manager or rep a notification. Finally, if you want to add some notes, you can simply type it in the box. Once we're done, all we need to do is click the green Go button. And there you have it. Your new contact has been added to the LeadMaster CRM. If we want to add more than one record at a time, however, we can import records using a .csv file. To do this, we need to go back to the Add New Leads link at the top of the LeadMaster page. Before we start importing files, however, we need to make sure that they're all set out correctly. I'm using Excel on a Windows PC. However, Excel on a Mac or any other sort of Excel program will work. Let's go to Excel and have a look at what we need to set up. When we arrive in our Excel file, we can see we've got a number of fields already here. We can see in column A we have names, column B we have emails, column C phone numbers, D titles, and E company names. If we remember, these are all fields that are included on the form when we're creating a new contact within the CRM. When we're creating our Excel file, it often makes things easier if we've got the headers like we do in row 1 in this file here. If we do not, it makes importing the file slightly harder once we start importing the .csv file into the CRM system. So if those headers are not there, it's best to add them in before we start. There is one other change that we need to be certain of before we start importing the .csv file into the LeadMaster CRM. If we remember back to when we added Jane Smith's profile to the CRM, there were separate fields for first and last name. If we now look to our Excel file that we've got in front of us, we can see that first and last name have been combined into the one field. we need to make sure we fix this before we start importing that file. If you have an Excel file with over 1,000 contacts in it, this might seem like a lengthy and daunting task, but with an inbuilt functionality of Excel, it really isn't. All required is a few clicks. The first thing we need to do is make sure that the column for surname actually has a spot to go. All we need to do is select the columns that already have data in them, cut, and paste them one row over. Now we're ready to start splitting up the first and last names. All we do now is select column A, go to the Data tab, select Text to Columns, make sure Delimited is set, click Next, and check the box for space as a separator to separate the two columns. Finally, click Next, and then Finish. We can see now that the first and last names have been split between column A and column B. Now all we need to do is fix the column headers. And there we have it. Our file is now ready to be imported into LeadMaster. Now, all we need to do is save the Excel file in an easy to find location ready to be uploaded into the CRM. All we do for that is select File and Save As. When you're saving the file, make sure that you're careful to save it as a .csv file rather than an Excel file, making sure that it's the delimited CSV file, not the Macintosh or MS-DOS CSV file. Simply select CSV and type your desired file name. Now we're ready to head back over to LeadMaster to import this Excel file. Back at the Add New Leads page, all we need to do to import our Excel file is simply click Import Records. Once here, we have to select the workgroup to which we're going to import the records. If you only have access to one workgroup, you do not need to worry about this. Next, we have to choose the file. By clicking Choose File, it will open a box where we can choose the file where it is saved locally on our desktop. All we need to do is select that CSV file and click Open. Once it's selected, all we need to do is click Next. At this step, all we need to do is check that the number of files in the record import file that LeadMaster has recognized is the same as the number of records that's in the actual CSV file. Next, all we have to do is select New Import Template from User Import Template drop-down box, and then click the Next button. At this point, we can choose whether the new records are going to be assigned to a campaign. You can even create a new campaign to where we are now, or bypass the campaign assignment altogether. Today, we're going to assign it to CSV Test Import Campaign, just to make them easy to find later on. Once you've selected the campaign, all you need to do is click Next. Because when we were creating our Excel file, we made sure that we had a header row, we need to make sure that we select Yes when this option appears. This way, LeadMaster can easily recognize and match up fields in the next step. Once we've made sure that Yes has been selected, we just click Next. In this next step, this is where LeadMaster pairs up the fields that were in your Excel file. All we need to do is pair them up by clicking First Name, clicking the relevant name in the LeadMaster system, and clicking Add. As we go through, we can pair up all the relevant fields to make sure the data ends up in the right place within the CRM. Once that's done, all you need to do is click Next. If, for example, you had client information and data capture in your .csv file, you could use this option here to map that information to fields and custom forms already loaded into the CRM. This means if you had data collected in Excel-based CRM prior to purchasing LeadMaster, the change to LeadMaster is easy as ever. You don't have to ring up those contacts again. You don't have to manually enter that data. All you have to do is match up the fields, and that information is loaded straight into LeadMaster. Today, however, we're not doing that. So we're just going to select Not Importing Data into Custom Forms and then click Next. Here, we have the opportunity to assign a sales manager or sales rep. All we need to do is select their name from the drop-down box and then choose to send them a notification. Once we're happy with that, we can click Next. Finally, if you want to upload more than one CSV file at once, all you have to do at this stage is click Yes, and you can repeat the process, allowing both CSV files to be uploaded at the same time. Today, however, we're just doing the one, so we're going to click No. Finally, we'll have a summary of all the options that we've selected throughout the import wizard. Double check all the details, make sure they're okay, and then click Finish. Now all we have to do is wait while the system imports those details into the CRM. We can now see that those imports have successfully been loaded into the CRM. Now you have all your records in your CRM. Are you ready to make the most out of your leads? To do that, you should watch the next video in our training series.